po kami sa... Tayo po tayo. So, sasama lang kami sa hiking ng A6. So, hindi ko alam kung saan kami pupunta. Kamwat na eh. Oh, ano yung ano ha?
Sama lang ako.
Sigurado ka? Sasama ka? Hindi mo alam kung saan ang pupuntahan mo. Yeah. So, it's 3 a.m. in the morning on our way to the meeting place. Start na ng hike namin. Parang wala pang 100 meters, pagod na ako. Nagsisi yata ako. Parang gusto ko na mag-workout.
Although trail running is similar to running on the road, there are some differences to make note of before you hit the trailhead. To help you get started, I pulled together a list of trail running tips that will guide you. It's more or less a how not to do trail running tips. These quick tips will help you transition from the road to the trails with ease. Disclaimer folks, I am not a professional trail runner. I am just speaking through my experiences when I was a mountaineer back home for many years, and here in the UAE, I've joined several trail runs as well with professionals. I've learned these tips from my friends who are pro trail runners and from other organizers led by professional trail runners. So here are the things or the tips that I've learned from my professional trail running group and from my friends who are pro trail runners. For newbies, these tips that passed on to me by my professional trail running group will definitely help you to kickstart with your trail running career. For advanced or for intermediate, let's just say that this one will serve as a refresher, or maybe just agree with me. Alright? Tip number 1. Do not ignore the rules of the game. Make sure that you attend the pre-briefing and post-trail runs. It's important that before you hit the trail, you know the do's and the don'ts, because no single trail is always the same. Every trail has its own unique terrain and challenges. Pre-briefing will give you an instruction on what to expect on the trail, especially on trails you have never run before. Also, they usually discuss the route to avoid running off track, thus resulting to getting lost. Getting lost will be a big risk not only for yourself, but to the group itself. Post-trail runs is also as good as pre-briefing, because in post-trail runs we usually tackle what went right and what went wrong during the trail runs. This is necessary in my opinion as well, so that on our next trail runs, we make our trail run better, if not the best, than our previous ones, and to correct the errors of the past trail runs and not to commit the same mistakes that we did. Tip number 2. Do not underestimate the importance of fueling. Car runs good when fueled, right? So same with humans. When dehydrated, it can seriously slow us down and can make even a short, well-traveled route feel like a marathon. Keeping hydrated will keep you from bunking and keep the run fun. So it is really very important for us to always carry some form of nutrition and hydration. There are 3 ways to carry fluids on the run. Number 1, handheld. Number 2, multi-bottle waist belt. Number 3, hydration pack. For me, I prefer to carry along with me a hydration pack because it's easier to use compared to handheld and multi-bottle waist belt. Also, if you have other necessary accessories with you, you can just put it inside your hydration pack. Find what works best for you, then grab it and go. Before the trail run, be like a Boy Scout and always be prepared. Make sure to have the following with you. 1. Water. Water is the number 1 must-have during trail runs. Drinking plenty of water will ensure that you're mentally sharp while on trail. 2. Electrolyte drinks or energy drinks is necessary for me, but it could be optional for others. 3. Granola bars, fruits, or any food you want to bring, but make sure that it's lightweight and easy to store in your hydration bag. Number 4. Salt stick. Salt stick is also optional, but in my case, I always bring it with me because it helps me when I experience cramped legs or tight muscles. Tip number 3. Do not wear the wrong shoes. Trail shoes and road shoes might seem similar, but it's important to choose a good pair of trail shoes if you're planning on trail running on a regular basis. Knob-like tread, more rigid soles, and lighter materials can all keep you from slipping or tripping on trail. These are the best trail running shoes based on my test when I visited and spoke to shoe experts in Go Sports and those of other trail runners. So I suggest when you buy a shoes, make sure that you have your feet tested first to get to buy the proper and right shoes for your specific purpose. Tip number 4. Do not ignore additional appropriate accessories. When you're heading out for a trail run, it's important to keep in mind that you'll be farther away from shelter than on a simple jog around the neighborhood. Well, it's good to consider the changing weather conditions in mind. Although in UAE, rain comes along very seldom. However, it's better to prepare accordingly than regret later on, right? Therefore, try layering your clothing with pieces that can be added or removed, which is another good reason to carry that hydration pack. Or a windbreaker can come in handy as well in case of changing weather. It is also wise to bring along with you and to wear a sunscreen to protect your skin from the scorching heat of the sun. Carry a small pack of Vaseline or lip gloss to keep your lip from dryness in case of windburns. Sunglasses for me is a must. Dark or light, it will protect your eyes from tree branches, bushes, and flying bugs or truck dirts. Wearing a hat and bug spray will help prevent insect bites and pricks. And lastly, you may bring as well your mobile phones for emergency purposes and cameras for photographing your trail run experiences. Yet, do not bring heavy camera equipments with all the lighting kits and LED lights or the big lenses because these will become your obstacle. We are not doing a photo shoot anyway, we are doing a trail run. And remember, you may have all these accessories with you on the trail run, but do not overdo it because it's best to run with lightweight and excess baggages will only weigh you down and it will slow you down. Tip number 5. Do not ever compare your road running pace to your trail running pace. Running on trails can be a lot more demanding than the roads, especially if it's a technical single track trail with roots, rocks, and other fun obstacles. The obstacles present on trail and the variation in the grade make holding a consistent pace difficult, if not impossible. So it's a lot more better and safer if we run by our effort level, by our heart rate, and by the tune of our body. For new trail runners, that may mean walking the hills and running the downhills and flats. Guys, no shame in that game. Do not get pressured if others are faster than you are to prevent injury and burnout along the way. Some trail run organizers break the group into 3 so as to avoid getting pressured and to run safer. So we usually have the beginner, intermediate, and advanced group. Tip number 6. Do not forget to educate yourself with the trail running environment and wildlife awareness. When heading out on a trail run, be aware that you might be headed into someone's home. Educate yourself on the best practices if you see a critter and keep familiar with the types of animals that you might see on the trail. Although, in my UAE experiences of doing trail running, I haven't seen any wildlife. I've only seen camels so far and some desert sheep. So I guess what we need to consider and be aware of, which I think we need to be more responsible for is taking care of the environment. Sad to say, many hikers and trail runners these days ignore proper waste disposal. Any user of recreational lands has a responsibility to clean up before he or she leaves, isn't it? Inspect your trail run rest areas for trash or spilled foods. Pack out all trash and garbage. Overlooked trash is litter. And litter is not only ugly, it can also be deadly. Plastic bags, cigarette butts, plastic water bottles, nutrition wrappers, and other trash can be harmful to our environment when not properly disposed of. So carry along with you a plastic bags to hold your trash and maybe someone else's. I still remember the hikers or mountaineers motto when I was in the Philippines, which helped me actually to become a more responsible human being. I guess this is applicable as well to trail runners. So guys, embrace this motto if you are to embark on becoming a trail runner for a long haul. Leave nothing but footprints. Take nothing but pictures. And kill nothing but time. Tip number 7. Do not forget to practice trail running safety. Guys, it is always good to let someone know, whether a friend of yours or a family member, where you are going and what time you'll be back, so that in case of emergency, they know exactly where you are. Or if you are a newbie and you are new to trails, never go alone. In my opinion, it is more safer and fun to go with a buddy or a group of people. In addition, we also need to pay attention to focus on the trail, because even the most well-maintained trails can have unexpected obstacles, and you'll want to keep your attention on them to avoid a trip. And of course, no training, no problem is, I guess, a big no for me, which I learned from my triathlon coach to avoid injuries and to be safe. We must build strength and balance of the trail 2 to 3 times a week preferably, including lunges, single leg squats, bridges, push-ups, dips, deadlifts, calf raises, or any other program that will work for you, as long as it develops foot and ankle strength and stability. I suggest we do running as well on the road to improve our endurance, speed, and to condition our body. Tip number 8. Do not forget to stop, drop, and appreciate. Okay guys, having said the above mentioned tips, why don't you get up and move your lazy bum and find a trail running group in your local community and sign up now. I'm pretty sure there's one, if not a lot, so get the chance to do this. I assure you, it's one of a hell experience that you will not regret embarking on. I hope to see you guys on the trail next time. Yay! We're done! Success! Success, nakakapagod. Okay guys, dahil pagod ako, I need some love and hug out there. So send me your hug greetings and please give some love, share some love. Don't forget to smash the hit, like, and subscribe button. And also don't forget the bell to see my next video. Bye! God bless!